Welcome back to my channel Storyteller Forever.
There's a room in the old Harrington Asylum no one talks about. Not because they forgot, it's because they remember. Room 313, sealed behind brick and steel, but you can still hear it, whispering. Jacob Warren was a journalist with a taste for the macabre. Urban legends, haunted houses, cult rituals, he chased them all. When he heard about Harrington Asylum in the outskirts of Maine, he was drawn in like a moth to fire. The asylum had been closed for over 50 years after an unexplained mass suicide. 43 patients and 6 staff found dead, eyes gouged out, tongues removed. No blood. Just gaping mouths and torn out pages from Bibles scattered across the halls. Room 313 was sealed after that. No one dared open it. Jacob didn't believe in ghosts. He believed in truth. With a crowbar in hand and a camera strapped to his chest, he broke into the asylum just past midnight. What he found wasn't dust and cobwebs. The place looked used, like someone had just left. 2. The whispers began before he found the room. Faint, soft, like a breath under your own. Jacob, it murmured, don't open it. He thought it was his mind playing tricks. The cold, the tension. He laughed nervously and pressed on. Room 313 was exactly where the blueprint said. It was covered with a steel door welded shut, rusted but firm. Across the front, someone had scrawled in deep red paint, or blood, "It listens." Jacob wasn't deterred. It took him nearly an hour to pry the door open. Inside was nothing but a chair bolted to the floor, surrounded by mirrors, cracked, stained, and old. The air was heavy, pressed, like it didn't want to be breathed. Then the door slammed behind him. He dropped his crowbar, his flashlight flickered, and the mirrors began to show something else, not his reflection. 3-3. The figures in the mirrors wore his face but didn't mimic his movements. They watched him, smiled. One bled from its mouth. Another hung limply from a rope. The third crawled toward the glass on all fours, eye sockets empty and oozing black sludge. Jacob backed it against the wall, heart racing. "This is a dream," he whispered, but the mirrors answered, "No, it's a memory." The air grew hotter, the light dimmer, and then click, the room's single ceiling light buzzed on. The mirrors shattered. From the shards, they came out. Jacob screamed, but the room muffled all sound. The entities crawled over him, whispering in his ear with 1,000 voices. "You were here before. You opened us again. You are us." His body convulsed as something entered his mouth. His eyes rolled back. Blood seeped from his ears. The last thing he saw was his own reflection, mouth agape, tongue missing, just like the others. The next morning, the town sheriff found Jacob's car idling outside the asylum. No sign of him inside, except a trail of bloody footprints leading to room 313. The steel door had been welded shut once more from the inside. They say if you stand outside the door at midnight, you can still hear him screaming. Only it's not quite his voice anymore. It's yours. Would you like a continuation or an image of room 313?